Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. Welcome back to the Coinsola Olaide Talks. I know it's been ages, like where did I go? I'm asking myself. So Coinsola, where did you go? No, respond, just respond. Anyways, today I have something amazing to share with us, and this particular thing I'm sharing with us today applies to me. That's why I feel like, okay, I think it's high time I talk about it, and I would really love to share. So today I'm here with my book, and this is the journal we are going to be using for the whole of my YouTube until I finish using this leaflet. So, but this is what I'm going to be using, and I'm definitely going to be bringing it here every time. So if you're seeing it, don't be surprised. And if you're here for the first time, this is the Coinsola Olaide Talks, and you're definitely home. Anywhere else, I don't know about that, but here is home, and here, trust me, it's all about lifestyle, fashion, educative talk, motivational talks, everything that applies to human lives and human movements. I'm all about that. You see beauty, as you can see. Can you see? You see lifestyle, you see educative talk, motivational talks, and everything. I come bearing gifts. So what is this gift? I'm going to talk to us about a particular topic that's been on my mind for a while, that literally motivated me back to this channel today. And from this day going forward, we move. We're never going to be having a break. If there's ever going to be any break in transmission, trust me, it's going to be for a good reason. So like I said, you're welcome back to the Coinsola Olaide Talks, and there's a special topic I'm going to be discussing with us, and this brings me back to me going for a long time and coming back here today, because the main topic we're discussing today is procrastination. Why am I procrastinating? I don't even know why. Why did I procrastinate so much that I did not come to YouTube for a long time? And I feel like this particular topic applies to every one of us, every human being, and it's something that we really need to deal with, we need to talk about, and we don't even talk about it enough. So today I'm just like, I need to share with my people. We are going to be discussing and interacting. If there's anything, any feedback you feel like I did not really touch, by the end of this YouTube, you can drop a message, you can drop a comment. If there's any other thing you want me to talk about, like different topics, I'm here for you. You can just hit me up and I'll be here right away. So like I said, we're going to be talking about procrastination. Procrastination. What does procrastination means? But before I go to that, I just want to talk about, for a long time, I have left YouTube. In fact, not YouTube alone. I remember there was a time I wasn't even posting on Instagram, posting on my TikTok. I wasn't posting anywhere. And at times I want to post. I don't have the motivation. The motivation is not just there. I'm like, what do I want to post? At times I'll put something up and about to post, and suddenly I lose the motivation to post it, and immediately I just leave the social media and just go back to whatever thing I was doing. Not forget that I was actually overwhelmed with work, because you know, man got to work so that man can eat. So I have my official work that I was doing, and at a point there were so many things coming in, I couldn't even come up here to upload. I couldn't even create any time. Thereby I just feel like, okay, so what am I doing? And every time I feel like, okay, I'll do this thing next week, I will just procrastinate and say that I'll do it upper next week, I'll do it in 3 days time, till I couldn't even do anything, and I left for a long time. And that is the reason why I'm here to discuss today, that procrastination. Why did I procrastinate so long? And you that you're watching me, what have you been procrastinating on that particular thing that you've planned to do for a long time? It is time for the both of us to kill it. It is time for us to leave that procrastination where it stays and move on and do something, so that we will be able to achieve things. So What is procrastination? You already know I have my book with me today. I just had to do some little research and I was able to relate with what procrastination is saying. So procrastination, it means the action of delaying or postponing something. The action, that's an action word, a verb specifically saying the action of delaying. We all know what delay means. You're supposed to do something by 1 and you say, okay, I'll do it by 1:30, I'll do it by 2 p.m., I'll do it by 3 p.m. And from there it goes on and on till you cannot do it again and you just say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next tomorrow, I'll do it next month. So procrastination means the action of delaying or postponing something, postponing an event, postponing whatsoever thing you want to do. And to me personally, I can relate so well about procrastination. And going and coming back here today, it's really, really bad. It's not good for my brand. It's not good for your brand. It's not good generally. So procrastination, that's that. And now there's another question that arises while I was thinking about this topic, which says, why do human beings procrastinate? Why do we procrastinate? I can relate. Why am I procrastinating? For what? The truth is that at times you don't even know why you're procrastinating, but there are reasons. There are some things that makes us procrastinate, and the first thing I'll be talking about is low self-confidence. Low self-confidence. You know, there are so many things about confidence that people don't know. So many people even want to open their YouTube channel and they don't even know where to start from, which is why I would say that low self-confidence has a long way to go in our lives for us to come out of our shell. So many people are still in their shell. So many people, they open Instagram and they have no pictures because they are like, what will people think about me? What will people say about my look? Am I even beautiful enough? Am I even worthy to be on this platform? So low self-confidence is very bad. And I'm encouraging somebody today, if you're having low self-confidence, you need to stop. You need to believe in yourself. I can use myself as an example because I remember there was a time I had this plan that I opened my YouTube channel, I opened it, and I was like, who will be my audience? Who are the people that want to watch me on this YouTube? Why am I even opening YouTube? You know, there are so many reasons as to why human being procrastinates. This is one of the reasons, low self, because at that time I was not confident in myself enough. I discussed with my friend, I discussed with my hobby, and at some point they motivated me and they said, just open it. And today I don't have luxury of fans or luxury of subscribers, but at least the people I have people that want to watch me. So please, if you have low self-confidence, kill it today. Come out of your shell. Let people see that talent that you have. Let people see that you are good at what you do. You can do it. You can do better, and you can be your best. That's the first thing. The second thing is lack of structure. Structure is actually an important part of things that you want to do. You know, in an organization, if there is no structure, there is no way the organization will succeed. And the way structure has to do with organization, it has to do with human being too. What do I mean by this? Even as an individual, you have to have a structure. Okay, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is pray. The next thing I do is clean up, take my bath, prepare a to-do list of how things will go. And that means structure. You're structuring yourself. Now, if you lack structure, you procrastinate. Imagine waking up. Maybe you prayed and you're like, I will write my to-do list and see what I'm going to do. And by 9 a.m., you've not done the to-do list. 10 a.m., you've not done it. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me when you will do the to-do list. So our life as human being requires structure. And where there is no structure, there is definitely going to be procrastination there. So please, from today onward, prepare a structure for yourself. Structure whatsoever thing you want to do. Put everything in place. Arrange it how you want it to go. And trust me, procrastination will start disappearing. Another thing is inability to motivate oneself. See here, should I tell you something? There is nobody that can motivate you more than yourself. Let's take for instance, when I wanted to start my YouTube channel, it is one thing that my friends and my hubby told me that, Coin, you can do it, open the YouTube channel. It is another thing for me to now tell myself that I can do it, let me open the channel. Because I remember when they told me that, I told them about it. When they told me that, okay, go ahead, we are ready to support you, we are here for you. And I sat back on my own and I'm like, okay, so am I even ready for this particular stage of my life? Am I sure that this is what I want to do? And it is one thing to be able to start, it is one thing to be able to finish. And it was important for me to start it. And I motivated myself within myself, Coin, you can do it. I'm very sure that for me to even have the idea of me opening my channel, that means I can do it. So why not start? I have to motivate myself. So lack of motivating oneself can lead to procrastination. And that's why I said in the beginning of this video that I'd left YouTube for a while, not because I was starting job, my official job, but then I had, even in between me being busy, I had time to be able to come online and create content. But then I wasn't motivated. At times I open my phone and I'm like, let me record. And the next minute, I'm already like, what do I even want to? What am I saying? Even what I'm saying right now, I don't know. At times I will just feel like, what is this? I think I'm not doing it in the right way. I think I'm not talking about it the way I want to talk about it. But then I had to show up for myself. The meaning of motivating oneself is showing up for yourself, showing up and showing out. Let people know that you have this in you and you can do it. So lack of motivating oneself can lead to procrastination. And that is why human procrastinate. Another thing I will be talking about now is procrastination a bad thing? This question, I have thought about it very well before. I had to ask myself, is it a bad thing? And I can tell you for a fact that it is a bad thing. Now, I want to use my own life experience as an example. I remember that I have had this YouTube channel opening since I was doing my NYS. In fact, I used to document a lot. I have so many pictures, so many videos. We were always going out with my colleagues back then. And I would do videos. And I'm like, let me open YouTube. But I'm like, who wants to watch me? And I keep doing the documentation and no posting except for my WhatsApp status. After that, there's nothing again. Only to discover that later, people are actually using YouTube to document their life. So that whenever you have, at times you even lose your phone. Like all those things that I documented now. Most of those things I've lost it due to my memory being full. I probably lost my phone at some point in time. If I had uploaded all these things on my YouTube, probably yes, I'll have access to them now. I hope you get what I'm saying. And it's just a bad thing. That's one thing I'll say. Procrastination is really bad. It will not make you do what you're supposed to do at the right time. You even miss out on good things because when you procrastinate, there are some things that will come to you when you do it. Immediately you're supposed to do it. It will just come to you easily. But immediately you procrastinate, that's the end of it. You probably lose what you're looking forward to. So procrastination is a bad thing. Please, let's stop procrastinating. I'm even talking to myself the way I'm talking to you people. Let's stop procrastinating. Another thing I want to talk about here now is procrastination a sin? I'm not want to talk about religion, but I feel like it's a sin to oneself. Let's remove it's a sin to God or anything. It's a sin to oneself. When there are so many things I have lost due to procrastination. There are blames that I have taken because I refused to do what I was supposed to do at the right time. Like, at times when I was giving kind of projects, I think, something happened earlier last month. I was supposed to go to my workplace at a particular period of time, but I did not go because I'm like, okay, what am I going to do there? Meanwhile, I was supposed to go to even check what they are doing around that place. And you will not believe that because I didn't do what I was supposed to do properly, there was loss at some point. And I feel so bad. You need to see me. I was thinking about it so badly that I think I'm one of the reasons why these things happen. If I was checking what I was supposed to check, if I was doing my job, maybe this particular era or this particular phase wouldn't have happened at all. What am I trying to say? I felt so bad to the extent that I wanted to cry. There was a day I even cried. I'm like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I was telling myself that I'll do better, I'll do better, I'll do better. So procrastination is a sin against oneself, because by the time the result of you procrastinating comes, you yourself, you blame yourself. You feel very bad, and it might eventually discourage you from moving forward. Now, after this whole thing happened to me, I had to motivate myself and say, okay, instead of wallowing in your own faulty situation, why don't you just put more effort, show that you're working, show workings, show workings. So I had to start showing workings. I started doing the needful, and by the grace of God, it's going on well. And I pray it's always ends well by God's grace. Amen. So procrastination is a sin against oneself. So another thing I'm going to be talking about is how to stop procrastination. How to stop procrastination. The first thing is reduce the number of decisions you make in a day. I'm always like this. So I wake up in the morning, I'll say that when I wake up, after praying, I'll wash plates, I'll sweep, I'll clean, I'll mop, I'll do everything. I'll just be putting so much load on myself, not knowing that it will rather discourage me rather than motivating me. So please, I'm encouraging somebody today. Kindly reduce the number of decisions you're making in a day. If it is just 3 things that you can do, please do it. House chores, work, everything, anything related. Please just reduce the number of decisions you're making in a day, except for unforeseen circumstances. But please kindly reduce the number of decisions you're making in a day. Everything goes steady when you do it the right way. So reduce the number of decisions, the number of workload you're putting on yourself in a day. Another thing I'll be talking about is finish your day before it starts. This one is actually very, there's a way the saying is, but then I'll explain. Finish your day before it starts. See, at times you say that I want to do this, I want to do that, and your spirit is not even doing anything. It happens to me so many times. Let me tell you, at times I'll wake up, I'll say that today I'm going to sweep this house, I'm going to mop out, today I'm going to work on this project. But in my mind, I don't want to do anything. I just want to be sleeping. It has happened to me before. Like, there was a day I was supposed to do something on my laptop. Do you know, I was saying that I would do it, and I was on the bed. I was lying down. I'm like, I'll do it by 9 a.m. I'll do it. 10 a.m. I'll do it, and I was on the bed. So you see, this procrastination thing, it's very, very annoying, because you are saying it with your mouth that you are doing this, but your mind is not, your body is not moving. So you have to finish your day before it starts. Motivate yourself, like, okay, immediately you're saying that I'm doing this thing, start doing it, start doing it, start doing it. Don't wait till I'll do it by 10, I'll do it by 11. It will rather kill your motivation for that day. So finish your day before it starts. Then another thing I'll be talking about is there's something called the nothing alternative. See, at times you just tell yourself, I'm doing this thing today, and by maybe you started your day around 7 a.m. like, I'm starting my day now, and before you know it, you're just there, you're starting your day. You're supposed to wake up and even pray. In fact, this one applies to me too. At times I'll say that I want to pray, and you see me, I'll just be there, nothing. I'll be like, well, nothing will happen. If I do not do it today, I will not die. But guess what? That's the nothing alternative. You'll be like, nothing will happen if I do not do it. Who told you that nothing will happen if you do not do it? Who said that to you? My dear, my auntie, my mommy, something will happen if you do not do it. So please remove the nothing alternative. Something will happen if you do not do it too. So please don't procrastinate. Don't say nothing will happen. Something will definitely happen if you do not do it. So another thing I want to talk about now is focus on the doable. This is relatable to what I said in the first, like reduce the amount of decisions you make in a day. Focus on the doable. There are some things that you cannot do. Let's even tell ourselves the truth. There are some things. Imagine telling yourself that after this one, I'll go and carry that maybe there's an heavy metal that you were supposed to call somebody to help you do and the person was not around. Okay, let me even use myself as an example. See, my washing machine had an issue. And I told myself that I was supposed to wash my curtains in the beginning of the month, like June, the first week in June. Well, guess what, my darlings? The pipe at the back of my washing machine got faulty, and there was no way I could repair it. I had to pressure my husband and like, let's go and find a way. So we looked for the pipe everywhere. We couldn't find it, and we were told to go and buy hose. So we now went to buy the hose. That's how we got home. Now put the hose. Immediately water was entering into the washing machine. The water was gushing out from the hose mouth. And I'm like, ow, what's happening? Is hose not the same thing as the pipe? What am I even trying to say? I'm trying to say that we actually thought we can do it. Because we thought, Shebi is just that pipe now. We can do it. We can do that. My dear, we cannot do it. Do you realize that at the end of the day, we have to call the person that repairs washing machine? And he now told us that hose cannot do it though. That is not how this thing is configured. Like there's a way the pipe is done. Like there's a way they actually put it there. And it's just that pipe that can do it. Nothing else can do it. We had to give the man money, then he had to go and buy it. And immediately he put that pipe, the washing machine pipe itself, it worked perfectly well. And I'm like, so we're focusing on the wrong thing before. We're focusing on, I can do it. I can do it. Meanwhile, we cannot do it. We don't even understand the work perfectly. We're thinking, oh, water, Shebi is just for water to enter into the hose and just go out. My dear, focus on the doable. There are some things you cannot do. There are some things. See, I don't want to go into the discussion of wives' parts. Women thinking I can do it, I can wash clothes, I can wash plates, I can sweep, yeah, the one that can do jagaban of the whole house. We cannot do it though. I would like to say it. I'm even going to say it. I'm not scared to say it. We cannot do it alone. Please don't say that I will sweep, I'll cook, I'll wash. You cannot do it alone. Please delegate if it is very, very important. You cannot do all these things in a day. As a woman, as a man, you cannot do it in a day. Delegate or split whatsoever thing you're doing into the various time. Maybe you say that, okay, today this is what I'm focusing on. Tomorrow this is what I'm focusing on. Just make sure you focus on the doable. You don't have to break your neck, break your back because of something that you cannot even control. So many things we cannot even control it. We don't have it under control. Imagine saying you want to hold your own breath. Who does that? You can't hold your breath. You don't create that breath. So focus on what you can do. And that's that. Another thing I'll be talking about is adjust your environment. See, just adjust to whatever environment that you have, because most times, imagine someone who likes to study and you are living in a noisy environment. It has happened to me before. I've even experienced this before. If you know that this place is not conducive for me to study, this place is not conducive for me to work, just adjust. If you can adjust, just say, okay, in the morning people are always shouting at me, maybe I'll do it in the night. Just try and adjust. See, this thing is so relatable to me. I remember when I used to live with my daddy, who happens to be my uncle, and during the day, I couldn't read because there's always something coming up that I need to do. I literally had 0 hours to read during the day because in my head, there's always something ringing in my head like, they will soon call me, they will soon call me. It's not a bad thing. So I had to regulate myself to, okay, if I cannot read very well during the day, I'll have to wait in the night. What I used to do back then is I will wake when everybody is asleep in the midnight. I will wake up and I'll read. That was the way, that was the only way I knew that I could tackle whatsoever thing I was going to do at that time, the exams I was going to write, because I knew that during the day there's nothing I can do. So I had to adjust to the kind of environment I found myself at that time. So please adjust to your environment. Imagine me having exam the next day and I'm like, oh, I cannot read during the day. I will read it tomorrow morning on the exam day. Ow, who does that? So please try and adjust to your environment so that you not procrastinate till you lose it. So that's that about how to stop procrastination. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is kind of people that procrastinate. Who are the kind of people that procrastinate? Maybe me and you can be part of these people. Let's just see. So the first thing I'll be talking about here is perfectionist. This one, it's like they're talking to me. Should I open my eyes? So perfectionists procrastinate a lot. Imagine saying, this is how I want this thing to be. This is how I want this thing to be. And because, you know, this particular thing is very funny. Maybe you are two working in a place and you are more, we all know that, oh, you know this job more than the other person. And you're like, don't do it. You will not do it well. I'll do it tomorrow. And something came up and you couldn't even meet up. Tell me, won't you procrastinate? So as a perfectionist that you are, you procrastinate a lot. So that's why it is good to delegate and teach people how to do it. It doesn't have to be you all the time. Teach people, let them know how to do it perfectly. Tell them their mistakes. When people make mistakes the first time, it doesn't mean that's the end of everything. You teach them again and teach them over and over again. So please, as a perfectionist, you need to stop. Because if you are this perfectionist 100%, you procrastinate. I think I'm not lying. When you tell me in the comment section, as a perfectionist, have you not procrastinated before? So this is the first kind of person that procrastinate on my list. The second person is the dreamer. The imagination wants to finish me. Some people, they will imagine, this is how I want it to be, this is how I want it to be. Before you know it, because the way they are dreaming it is how they want it to come out, they procrastinate a lot. You just say, no, this is not I want it to be. I want it to be curved like this. I want it to have arc. I want it to do this. I want it to do that. My dear sister, my dear brother, you will procrastinate. So these are the kind of people that procrastinate. The second type of people that procrastinate, the dreamers. The third here is the warrior. Oh my God, will this thing even come out? That. The way people that worry, the way they procrastinate is very bad. Because when they worry too much, they will not be able to move forward. Imagine doing something, you yourself, you've done it all. You're not still thinking, I think this thing will not be good enough for the presentation I want to do. For that reason, you procrastinate. When I get home, I'll go and work on it again. I'll go and see maybe I can do it better. My dear brother, my dear sister, you will procrastinate. So please stop worrying. Leave worries by the side. Another kind of procrastinator is crisis maker. Do we know the meaning of crisis? People that like trouble. Did you even do this where you're always shouting, always not listening, not being calm about the situation? My dear, if you're a crisis maker, you procrastinate. Because as a crisis maker that you are, nobody is doing anything in your sight and you love it. You just be looking for trouble. And when you're troubled a lot, you'll be procrastinating. Don't do it. I'll look for somebody else that can do it. Or I'll do it myself. You will not do it because you keep procrastinating and procrastinating and procrastinating. Another type of person that procrastinates is overdoer. People that over sabi. I know the person that did this. I know, my dear, if you're an overdoer, you will procrastinate, because that's how you now promise 7 and 8. I know it, I can do it. That's how you procrastinate, because naturally within you, you know that you cannot do this thing. You know, but because you want to show off, you want to show that you can do it, you will procrastinate, because you now start looking for ways to do it. Meanwhile, you were supposed to even say it out that, oh, this is what I know. People will bring up their ideas, and before you know it, it will be solved. There will be no procrastination about anything. So my dear, if you're an overdoer, please stop. Stop today. You can suggest in a gathering that has different people. Suggest Don't make your work drag or do so many things that will not bring any good results. So we have come to the end of everything in this book. Therefore, I just hope you've learned something, because don't be a procrastinator. It will not help. As for me, I'm telling myself today that no more procrastination. No more. So I want you to tell yourself, no more procrastination. For me, the Coincident Alide talks, there's no more procrastination in my diary. I'm promising myself to do better in ways that I know that it will help me. I want to stop procrastinating, and I have even stopped because I'm back here like I never left. And I hope you've learned one or two things, and I hope that after this particular session with me, you will stop procrastinating. Don't procrastinate. It's time to stop procrastination, because procrastination will not get you anywhere. Thank you for coming to my channel. See you next time on our educative section.